Well, before we take a breather, though, we're not even taking a breather. We're talking about the National Science and Maths Quiz. And ahead of the contest, Nanaya Ojima is at Opoku Ware School. There's PSC Nanaya Safo, who is at Presec. Shall we go to them now and get a feel of how it looks like on the ground ahead of this contest? So let's go to Owas. Let's go to the Ashanti region. Nanaya Ojima, tell us exactly where. Oh, okay. Great Owas. What's happening on campus?
Please, if anybody who completed Opoku Ware is watching us this morning, he'll be very, very angry with you for calling the school great. Because in the Ashanti region, if you say great, before it precedes a name of the school, it means that the school is not there yet. They are forcing themselves to be there. That's why they put great, super, and all those before the names of the school.
Okay, Nanaya Ojima, before you continue, let me apologize to all the Opoku Ware School old students and current students. I am new to the Ashanti region. I didn't know the tradition, so let me stick to the fact that you are at Opoku Ware School. Go ahead. That have been accepted. So the effigy you see in the shot is that of Otumfuo Opoku Ware II, the Asantehene between 1970 and 1999, and it is dedicated to the late Otumfuo Opoku Ware I, the Asantehene between 1920 and 1950. And it was unveiled by His Majesty Otumfuo Osei, the current Asantehene. And it should tell you that the school, Opoku Ware School, is deeply rooted in Asante tradition and culture. And it's a traditional school. When you come to the Ashanti region, it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest. And they are 2 times champions of the National Science and Maths Quiz. So today, if they are able to go beyond the challenge and win against Presec and also at this other college, they become the 3 times champion, chasing Prempeh College, who is also in the Ashanti region, for supremacy. Opoku Ware and Prempeh College are the only schools that have been able to win the National Science and Maths Quiz trophy in the Ashanti region. On campus, the spirit of students is very, very high, and it runs through the whole of the region, and Kumasi, to be precise, the whole of the city is behind Opoku Ware School, expecting the school to win the trophy and bring it to Kumasi as Prempeh College did not long ago. I have some students with me here, and I'll be interacting with them and find out how they feel about today's competition and how they see their chances. Good morning and welcome to Joy News. You first. This is your first time seeing Opoku Ware in the finals as a student. How do you feel about it?
I feel this is a very great contest. We have been in a trophy drought for this particular contest for 18 good years. So imagine releasing a lion in a cage who has been in a cage for 18 years. It is coming with a full force. So today, Presec and then Adisa, they have no chances of winning this trophy. Opoku Ware is bringing it back to Kumasi.
Wow, a lion coming out of a cage in full force. Let me stand in the middle of you so that you can have a very good interaction. You are smiling. BX773, that's your school number. And Mama V, Opoku Ware deals with numbers. So if you come to school and you are Kofi, they don't call you Kofi. Rather, the number that you've been given, that is your name throughout the school. And even after school, the Akatechies will call themselves by numbers. Tell me, how do you feel about this day?
Oh, I feel very excited and then I'm very happy. I'm really happy because we believe in our boys, and then we've witnessed what they can do. We've witnessed a lot of contests, and then we believe that they are going to put out their best. And then it's not only us, in fact, the whole school, the masters and everyone, we are all very happy, excited, and then we believe strongly that we are bringing the cup home.
BX237, let's talk about your chances. We are coming against And yesterday, in the semi-final, we saw Presec. They did very well. It means they are very good. They are a very good team. How do you see your chances against Presec and Adesada College, who have been in the final consecutive times?
Okay. It's not about being in the final for so much that will determine that you win the trophy today. It is written that horses are prepared for war, but victory comes from the Lord. And we know our boys, they have prepared very much for this trophy. And for 18 years, we've been testing for this thing. And our brothers at Sofulai, that's the Premper boys, have been teasing us with this. So now we are not coming there to joke. At the University of Ghana Legon School, we are not coming there to joke. We are coming to clinch the trophy back to Santasi, Kumasi. Yeah.
Interestingly, if you talk about schools in the Ashanti region, if you are speaking to Premper College, they'll compare themselves to Opoku Ware. Opoku Ware will also do the same. So don't be surprised if you keep hearing the name of Premper College and drawing comparison between the two schools. Let me do BX 115. 1154. BX 1154. Tell me, how do you see your chances at this Adel College, Presec?
Well, I wouldn't say our chances are very slim. Our chances are very great because we've been against those schools before. Those schools, we've been against them before. Back in 2002, the finals, it was against Presec, and we won. We have been tested, as my brothers have said, for 18 good years. As long as God is God and God is not dead, we are bringing the trophy back home.
Mind you, this is a college school, so God and Bible quotes cannot be left out. But finally, you don't have your number.
BX901.
Your number is?
BX901.
901. You're in your second year, and you've seen the team. How good is your team?
Oh, my name is Ahmed Ismaila, BX901. How good is our team is a nice question. Okay, from the contest we experienced so far, from our initial contest to the previous contest, you can see the scores raising from increasing, right? Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna take it to yeah. Thank you.
We started with 47 points. Then we came to 49 points, and now we're at 55. So today we are hoping for something like 70 points, and even answering all the questions because we know what our boys can do, and they are really poised for action when it comes to finals. We have a different spirit related to finals, so watch out for Opoku Ware School.
It's our first time being to the finals, though. Yeah.
Let me put this to them. You know your team has a challenge when it comes to riddles. We've seen your team over the years throughout the competition, and when it gets to riddles, it looks like they don't perform as they start the competition. For instance, in the first and second round, Opoku Ware is very strong, but in the riddle section, you see them fall. Today, it's possible that it might repeat itself. How do you see your chances, even with this challenge that you have in your team?
I want to say, my boys, they should relax. Just relax. I want to tell them we have a full force of mighty warriors inside the four walls of Opoku Ware School, supporting them in every question they will answer. They have our back. We are praying for them, so they should relax for every question they will answer, and then they will answer correctly.
Okay. So let's do it. Your final words for the team. Yes. So send them some message through Joy News.
Richmond and Noble, relax. Just answer the questions as you can. Bring the points. Don't focus on the schools because we have defeated them before and we do it today again.
And you?
Yeah, we're looking for we are looking for marks. We are not looking for Presec. We are not looking for Adesada College. They are nothing. Okay, you're just taking the trophy to Santasi. Yeah, thank you.
My dear Richmond, I used to call him K-Swery. I know what you can do, and I've witnessed some of your contests, and I know the spirit you have for finals. So today, I'm expecting nothing but the best out of you.
Okay. All right. We are not going to say much. All we can say is that we believe in our boys. Richmond, Noble, we believe in you. You've got the back of the whole school, the teachers, everyone. We are all expecting. In fact, the whole of Kumasi. Our brothers couldn't make it. But then I believe they are waiting for Opoku Ware School to bring the trophy back to Kumasi. So you've got Opoku Ware School and not only us. Prempe as well. So we believe in them. All we can say is that we believe in them, and then that's all that we can say.
Okay.
Today, there will be a different kind of spirit on the stage. The riddles will be different. Maybe we can answer all questions, believe me.
All right, so before we leave you, we will want to do the anthem, the Hebrew anthem. So the Imanus. So let's do the Imanus before we say goodbye to those watching us from Opoku Ware School in the Ashanti region. One, the Imanus. Oh, okay, we are doing it on our knees.
Yes.
All right. Imanus tuas Domine. Come and do Spirit today. Rest and mist in us, Domine. Deus veritatis, Imanus tuas Domine. Come and do Spirit today. Gloria Patria et Filio et Spiritus Sanctus, Imanus tuas Domine. Come and do Spirit today. All right, so that is it from the Opoku Ware School in Kumasi. And I promise you, if Opoku Ware should win this competition, there will be fireworks in the Ashanti region, Kumasi to be precise.
I can imagine. Nana Yaojima, thank you very much, and thanks to those guys. All the best to Opoku Ware School. They first won the contest in 1997, the second one in 2002. This is 2020. Will there be a third for them? We're going to go on Zoom now. Stephen Yankee is with Prime Time Limited. He will take us through the journey of these three schools. Let me just say good morning to you whilst we run off to the other schools. Stephen, just say good morning to us. Hello.
Good morning, Mama V.
Okay, good morning. Great to have you. Just hang in there for us, okay? We're touching base with the three schools. We've just gone to Kumasi and back. We're staying in Accra and going to Nanaya PSA Safo, who is at Presec. PSA, a very good morning to you. How does it look like on the campus of Presec this morning?
Good morning, Mama V, reporting live from Accra's representative Presec Legon grounds, where some 25 years ago the campaign towards the National Science and Maths Quiz trophies, 5 in all, the highest so far, began. The mood is quite sober as many of the students this morning are studying in the classroom blocks right behind me. But for most of them, regardless of where they are at the moment, the quest is to have Agenda 6, that's trophy number 6, from 1995, 2003, 2006, 2008 and 9. They're expecting to add 2020 to the roster today. Well, the gentlemen are here and I won't take the wind out of their sail. First of all, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, so tell us your names and we'll get to your expectations.
Eugene Ajekui.
Okay.
Joel Abuaji.
Obin Richmond, Nana.
Okay.
From Ponko Fimano.
And you are?
I'm Pierre Leroy.
Okay, so it's obvious Presec is in the grand finale today. It's been quite a journey, so far, what has been your take on the school's performances so far?
Flawless, actually, because we have faced so many schools. We have all faced the same number of schools, but basically, Presec has really done well for me because we all give them all the other schools gap when you see the points between the other schools, and they are really forcing for the school. They are like representing the school. They are doing very well.
Okay. They are doing well, you say, but it's been 11 years since Presec had any trophy. We've heard about Let's Talk About 6, quite an aggressive agenda last year. It ended in tears. What are our expectations this year?
All I have to say is that I wish all my colleagues the best of lucks, and all they have to do is just suck off every type of fear and nervousness, and we're going to bring the trophy home.
But the Americans are rather proud, and Cape Coast, they expect to have the trophy. What makes you think that Presec is going to win this day?
Well, okay, this is one thing that I believe in. Presec is Presec, and it's one school that you can never try to come and contest with. I'm so sorry for them for trying to come and contest with us. But
sorry for them.
Yes, I'm actually really very sorry for them. If you look at the marks that they came into the finals with, it really saddens my heart to some extent. But all the same, we got to the finals last year to show them that we are coming for the trophy. Last year's finals was just a knock on the door. This time we are entering inside and we are bringing the trophy home.
Okay, that's quite graphic in description. But how do you respond to people out there who say, well, Presec has had it relatively easier. You have met relatively easier contesting teams, and that this final you will meet your match. How do you answer to such schools?
I'd first like to say that we didn't choose our schools. Fate brought them to us. That means God in his own way is giving us the path to victory. The schools were not as easy as it seemed, because as much as the schools might be small, the students were also exceptional. One of them actually beat Boche with 53 points. And Boche, they would say it's a big school, but yet they disgraced them. Presec didn't have it easy, just that we trained harder, we worked harder. We won the highest scorer of the day all times, from the 1-8 stage to the quarterfinals and even to the semi-finals when Opoku Ware also contested. We've beaten Adisadel in many trials as well. I'm not afraid of anything. We are going to win this year.
You are sure? There's no doubt whatsoever?
Not a minuscule amount of doubt.
Okay. So those are some of the students here. They are quite confident of victory. But even then, from the students, we'll speak to one teacher, Mr. Labi, if you can join us. Yes. As we will get the details there, one of the teachers is getting ready to speak to us. But before then, every school is coming to the top. At this school, for instance, I know they are quite loud when it comes to their morale sessions. What's the morale for today?
Well, today they should just expect the best from us, and they should feel that Presec is coming to intimidate them and take the trophy away. That is what they should expect. We are coming, and we are coming big, and we are coming strong.
Okay. Just if your boys, I'm sure your boys are watching you this morning, just in case they are listening, and they need you to suck them up. I mean, which one would you prefer to go with? Your school anthem, or do you have any other drama sessions you'd like to go with?
Well,
just something short, if you don't mind. So organize yourself, gentlemen.
We could bring our drama team right
here.
No,
you are here, so give us something. Give us something. Let's start with your anthem.
Yeah, we'll go with our anthem.
Yeah. So ready?
Onward we march, we charge along to happy victory, to victory, to victory. Our motto is a solid bulwark propping us along. Illuminate, illuminate, will there be much lumen? In the light, we shall see light. Illuminate, will there be much lumen? For Christian training we get a sure solid foundation to take our places in the future of our country.
And so if you are doing the listening, those are gentlemen of the Presbyterian Boys Secondary School. They have the highest record, and they say this year, let's celebrate 6. That's the hashtag they are going with. Do all to get on Joy News for more details, especially our hashtag on social media, hashtag NSMQ on Joy for further details. Reporting live from Presec Legon, my name is PC Nanaya Osafo.
Places in the future of our country. For Christian training we get a sure solid foundation.
Live from Presec Legon, Nana Iya PSC Safo with the gentlemen. Let's cross over from Ashanti, Greater Accra. Let's go to the Central Region. My colleague Richard Kojonyako is at Adisadel College this morning, looking all white and bright. Good morning to you, Richard Kojonyako. Richard Kojonyako, tell us what's been happening on the campus of Adisadel College.
Well, so Mama V, currently we are on the hills of Adisadel College. When all the Cape Coast schools crashed out of the competition in the Central Region, was that at least one of the schools should make it to the final, so they could rejoice with whichever school made it to the final. So Adisadel College, lo and behold, emerged or elected themselves to be in the final. Right now, we are told by school authorities that the students here are in prayers. they are praying fervently towards the final competition scheduled for this afternoon, and so they are not leaving anything to chance. They are preparing their viewing grounds for the students to view there, and the staff and the students are poised. They say that we should disregard whatever happened in the semi-final contest, the low point that were earned by Adesadel College, because this one is a different contest altogether. It might be that what the questions that were set for that competition, I mean, so they were telling us that the point that they got, and it has got nothing to do with the competition that will be done this afternoon. So they are poised for victory. In fact, it was only last year that Adesadel did not make it to the finals in recent times. But now that they are in the finals, they want everything. They will do everything possible to ensure that they bring the trophy back. Last year, St. Augustine College, were the recipients of the trophy. But today, Adesadel College would want to make Cape Coast proud. And so here on the hills of Adesadel College, the people, it is calm though, but they say that they are preparing towards the final competition, Mama V. And so the excitement is already building up in the air. The drummers, the singers, point is being prepared, and so pretty shortly they would finish their prayers, and then they would join us at the viewing point.
Richard Kojanyako, live from Adesadel College, taking us through how the school is preparing. We will go back and see, really, because it's really a big deal for Adesadel College, well, pretty much for all the schools, but we'll see how they are preparing, particularly for this big clash. I hear there's a whole screening room for today's session. Stephen Yankee is with Prime Time Limited, organizers of the National Science and Maths Quiz. Stephen, hello there again. I wanted you to take us through this journey. We know that PRESEC, they've won it 5 times, 1995, 2003, 2006, 2008, 2009, and they want to celebrate 6. Tell us about Adisco, Opoku Ware, and PRESEC. How far have they come on this journey to the finals?
Well, good morning to you again, Mavi, and it's good to see that you have your facts correctly. I mean, I'm sure the old students will be very excited to see how you are telling others about what they've done in the competition. I mean, all 3 schools in today's final really deserve to be here. They all have such a great history when it comes to National Science and Math Quiz. As PSCA was saying from PRESEC, they are 5-time champions. They want to make it 6 this time. I think the agenda was set last year. Unfortunately, they could not make that happen when they lost to St. Augustine's College at the grand finale last year. However, this year they've come back really strong. I think everyone saw their semi-final contest. Those guys really were on fire. But as we always say, each contest has its own dynamics. Even though Adesadel is coming into the final with the least scores among the 3 schools, that doesn't mean that we should rule them out of today's final. It can be any of them's day in today's contest. If you look at Adesadel, they also have a really good history when it comes to the final. This is going to be their 5th final appearance in 6 years. Really impressive for Adesadel College, considering the fact they've even won only 1, but having made it to 5 out of 6 finals is really, really impressive. In 2016, Adesadel College won it when they beat Opoku Ware School and Infantipim School at the grand finale. The last time they were at the finals was in 2018. If you take Opoku Ware School, the last time they were in the finals was in 2016. And this is going to be their 8th final appearance. Now, all 3 schools, since we started the 3-school format, all 3 schools haven't been to the final before. This is going to be the first time all 3 schools are meeting at the final. However, in 2019, all 3 schools met at the semi-final. At the end of that contest, it was Presbyterian Boys Secondary School winning with 48 points. Adisco came second with 34, and Opoku Ware School came third with 31 points. So I think if some would want to go by this and say it is going to be a repeat of it, well, we leave that to them to judge. But I think that all 3 schools have an equal chance of winning today's contest.
Stephen, we were talking so much about having a girls' school come this far, but again, we've been disappointed. It didn't happen. Even people coming up to sponsor, particularly, you know, the girls' schools, or paying attention to a girl, you know, making an appearance in this finals, and it hasn't happened.
Yes, that's true. I think maybe Opoku Ware School should accept some of the blame, you know, because they eliminated Wesley Girls and Holy Child School. Maybe Opoku Ware should have been nice to the ladies for allowing one of them to make it to the finals. But I mean, this year the girls really did well. Holy Child, Wesley Girls, Ola, they did very well. Ghana National College also, at some point, were represented by 2 girls. They did really well too. Unfortunately, we didn't get a girl at the grand finale. We were hoping that Keta Senior High School, they had 1 girl. Achimota had a girl too. We were hoping that one of them could break into the finals, but that didn't happen. So another year where the girls don't make it to the finals. We hope that the girls' schools will go back to the drawing board again and hopefully come back with a stronger side in 2021 when they would face off against the guys, and hopefully it will be the time for the girls to lift the trophy again.
Yeah, but Stephen, would we get to a point where the balloting will be done such that you don't have the girls coming together like we've seen it happen, so that Opoku Ware can at a go eliminate 2 of them?
Mavi, will you say the same if 3 boys' schools are in the same contest?
I mean, this is a special agenda. This is a special agenda, okay? I mean, we're not asking for favors. We're just saying, I mean, there are more boys anyway.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, we will look at that. We will look at that and see what can be done. But we are not promising anything at this point.
Yeah. But I want us to look at the strengths and weaknesses of the 3 schools going into this finals.
I think that of the 3, you would say that Presbyterian boys are coming into the final as favorites. If you look at their performance at the semi-finals, that was really, really impressive. You can see that the agenda really to win the SID trophy is set in motion. Everything is set for them. Looking at their progression from the 1A stage where they beat Agri Memorial and Sunyani Senior High School, it was not it was a convincing win for the boys from Legon. I think that it was in the quarterfinals that they faced a little opposition from Ghana National and Kufuria Sectec. Even that, the boys were able to break through. And we saw that at the semi-finals. Many thought that because Kumasi Academy had been able to dispatch Infante School at the 1A stage, it was going to be a repeat of Kumakai's performance. But we saw that Presec came to the party. They came strong, and they won the contest convincingly. In fact, there was no doubt about their performance in that particular contest. So of the 3, you would say that they are coming into the contest as favorites. Adisadel seem to be the underdogs in this contest, judging by the scores that they end at the semi-finals. Very low scores. Even in the very first semi-final contest, Boan Ponsem, who lost with 22 points, and their score was higher than what Adisadel is coming into the grand finale with. But it hasn't been all tough for Adisadel. At the 1A stage, they faced little opposition from Bishop Herman and Takwa Senior High School. They won that with 50 points. Went on to the quarterfinals. That is where people were expecting that St. Peter's were going to stop them. I mean, Michael Obin was coming back with all his scriptures, his quotations this year. Remember, at some point, Dr. Kaufman asked him if he was seeing Egyptians again. He said, so they were around. And we know he was referring to Adisadel College. And people expected that Michael, being one of the most experienced contestants this year, coming back at the quarterfinals, it was going to be an easy victory for St. Peter's, but that wasn't the case. At some point, they were all shocked to see how Adisadel came to the party once again to prove that they also are powerhouses when it comes to national science and math quiz. We can agree that their semi-final was tough, but a win is a win. Today is a fresh set of questions. All schools have equal chances, and I think that we shouldn't rule out the Zebra boys from Cape Coast in today's final contest.
And Stephen, we thought that this was almost going to be impossible to bring the excitement back, but prime time has done it again. Just hang in there for me, okay? Let me just quickly go to the phone lines and speak to the Director of Communications, Bright Senior High School, because they've made it possible for us to bring the coverage and keep the conversation going here on Joy News. Mr. Isaac Asari, a very good morning to you. Thank you for the collaboration with Joy News this year. You've been watching and observing as well. What are the thoughts that you want to share with us on the contest this year?
Thank you very much, Mamavi. Good morning to our cherished viewers and welcome. The performance this year has been very splendid. Watching from our quarters, the various performances, you could see that Ghana is doing great, and we have a very bright future because our senior high students are indeed learning very hard. Joy News has also been great in this whole activity, trying to bring it close to the people, for the people to be part and see what kind of progress is going on in our various schools. The teachers who have prepared these students are also wonderful people, and the students themselves are availing themselves to go through the various training and coming out successfully in this competition. I will commend the whole activity.
Yeah. Well, this call is to say thank you for the collaboration with Joy News this year, making the coverage possible. So thanks to Bright Senior High School. Certainly thank you to you, Mr. Isaac Asari.
You're welcome.
All right, Stephen, and I know that you also have great partnership people who are making it possible for Prime Time to bring this year's contest, which has been absolutely crucial. Because of the COVID-19, things have become a lot more expensive. You've had to go around the country many times than you would have. It looked almost impossible, but you did it, and the excitement is still there. You know, people are still feeling the same way that we were feeling last year, even though we haven't converged in our numbers at a particular location. We would have been at the National Theatre, for instance, today. We're not, but it hasn't taken the excitement away.
Yes, that's true, and we really appreciate the support from all our sponsors. The support from our fans has been immense. We really, really appreciate the love that they've shown us since we started the preliminary stage somewhere in the first week of September up till this time. And we are really, really grateful to the Ghana Education Service. They've been our backbone and our support for many, many years, supporting us and sponsoring the National Science and Math Quiz. This year, we also have support from Absa Bank. They have sponsored the regional championships that were organized in the Central region, the Eastern region, the Greater Accra region. And they continue to be our main partner in this year's edition. We also have support also coming from Joy News. The coverage has been impressive from regionals through to prelims up to this point. Sending reporters to all the schools has been really, really good. Thank you so much, Joy News, for all that you've done to promote this year's edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. We also want to say a big thank you to Prudential Life Insurance, to Goyle, Airtel, Tigo, Dano Milk, Academic City University College, Accra College of Medicine, Central University, GTP, Newmont Ghana, Adanse Travels, Medifair Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, Newmont Ghana, Third Eye Care and Vision Center, and YFM for all they've done for us this year. And we only look forward to a bigger and better 2021 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz.
So, Stephen, next year, God willing, Infantipim will start from the regionals, correct?
Yes, again, same place they started this year, back to their roots.
Okay, no, don't talk like you have nothing to do with Infantipim.
Mama V, when is Zico coming to the national championship?
We will come, we're on our way. I was just asking about Infantipim, but you just turned it on Zion College right there. Well, maybe next year will be better. We thought Keta was going to do it for us, those of us from that side, but Keta couldn't pull through to the finals. That was very disappointing.
At some point, I thought Keta was really going to the finals. The team was really good. I mean, they've been to the semi-finals a number of years. I think the time is coming when they will break into the finals just one of these years.
And then Michael Obin, you did mention Michael from St. Peter's. What happened this year? What do you think went wrong? Is that because you are there, Maxwell and the others are there, but most of us are not. Was the atmosphere different?
Well, I can't tell. I mean, Michael was at the grand finale last year. He's seen it all as a Form 2 student. I think no other Form 2 contestant this year has the wealth of experience that Michael came into this year's competition with. So many of us expected that Michael was leading his school right into the finals again this year. And I think they themselves were confident that they could make it. Maybe they underestimated the team from Adisadel College that they could easily dispatch them. I don't know. In fact, it was really a shocker to all of us. It was a shocker to him because he didn't see his school crashing out of the quarterfinals as they did this year. But I think some of these things happen. They just had a bad day. I'm sure they will come back with a stronger team next year. Hopefully, he will be part of the team that will be building that 2021 team. And maybe he can give them a few scriptures here and there that can push them in 2021.
Yeah, hanging out with the boys, Stephen, yesterday. So Opoku Ware School, none of the boys will come back because they're all final year students. Same story with Adisadel and also Pesek. So it looks like we won't have, at least from the crop of this batch, which is the finalists, we won't have any of them return.
Yes, we won't have any of them return. In fact, this year we didn't have many Form 2 students. We had only a few. So we wouldn't have finalists coming back as we had in 2019, where Michael came and returned this year. It's really a gamble if a school, and in fact a big school, is coming with a Form 2 student. It's a big gamble, because what that means is that the Form 3 students are not really up to it. I think that St. Peter's really did well last year in bringing him and carrying him through all the way to the grand finale, showed that they were really confident in him. And I think that he was still good this year, only that at the quarterfinals it was a little tough for them to win that contest. I mean, the win was very slim. They still did their best. And I think they would go back and rebuild the team and come back with a much stronger side in 2021.
Okay, so listen, Stephen, we'll put 1,000, me and you, 1,000. Who's your money on?
Today?
Yes.
Let's talk at the end of round 4.
Thank you very much, Stephen, for the analysis, for the time for this conversation, really. And good job with prime time with the organization this year. Another good one. All right, Stephen Yankee there. Let's also talk to one of our proud sponsors, DBS Roofing. We say roofing, papa. Antonio Bosu is the brand's manager, joining us via phone. Very good morning to you. What are your thoughts? First of all, thank you for this association this year. You've been monitoring the NSMQ this year. What are your thoughts? Antonia?
Hello?
Yes, Antonia, you're on air. Did you?
Yeah, I can hardly hear you.
Okay, so let me ask the question again and see if you can hear me better now. I'm asking for your thoughts on this year's National Science and Maths quiz.
Okay, we hope for the best. We wish that the best team wins, or the best school wins, and then they make us proud.
Okay, but thank you, for the collaboration. Thank you for making it possible for us to share the excitement with our viewers. Without this partnership with DBS, our coverage wouldn't have been the same. So we wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you to DBS Roofing.
You are all most welcome.
Okay, Antonia Bosu is branch manager, DBS Roofing. And of course, we've got one other sponsor making the coverage possible, and that's Adonko hand sanitizer and Adonko next level energy drink. We say thank you as well. One final trip. Let's go back to Adisadel College. Let's complete that conversation. Richard Kojanyako has got some students with him now. Take it over, Richard. Nyako, if you can hear me, I know that you have some of the students with you now. Let's hear what they have to say and how they are preparing for the finals this afternoon. Okay, Richard can't quite hear me, so I guess we have to hold on to that. Take a breather. We've got show business coming up, and I have a big birthday dedication also to make. Let's try again and see if Richard Kojonyako can hear me this time around. Richard Kojonyako, we're coming back to you this time. I know you have some Adisado College students with you. Let's hear their thoughts on this final journey.
Well, so thank you, Mama V. So I've got some students of Adisado College. They say that the school is poised for victory. Let me speak with you. How do you see the upcoming contest?
Oh, I know we are going to win. I know we are going to because, well, the quiz boys really prepared and they worked hard, not only academically but also spiritually. They prayed and everything. God is on our side, yeah. So I know we are bringing the trophy home.
Looking at the performance at the semi-final stage, does it still give you some confidence that, and looking at what Presec got, does it give you still the edge to go on?
Well, since they are not the same questions, I will say we should forget the past and focus on the future. And I know, yeah, we'll make it.
So tell me, what do you think about this context?
Okay, I think our boys for good because they have placed in much effort. And I know what they have placed in. They're going to end more results. Because God is on our side. I'm not saying God is not on their side, but God is going to grant us unmerited favor. And I know at this college, yes, this is our second time, and we're bringing it back. Don't worry.
So tell me, what's on your mind now?
Oh, a lot is on my mind now, but I know that we are bringing the trophy home. Because people are saying the last time we brought the trophy home was in 2016, and that was an election year. So 2020 being an election year, we are going to bring the trophy home with full vim. We are coming with full vim. We are bringing the trophy home to morale.
So you are saying that any time that Adisco picks it, it will be an election year. So 2016 was an election year, and 2020 is an election year, and you're going to pick the trophy?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I see.
Exactly, you're going to pick it. And for the coming years, we are also going to pick it. Yes, we're going to take it back to back. Yes.
So let me pick your thoughts on the upcoming contest.
We have high hopes because we've done it before. And we know we'll do it again, and we'll bring it home, and everything should be easy for us. So we expect them to bring the trophy home to us, because we've done it before, and we got on our side, and how they learned, we saw them learning, all of us saw them learning. We know that they can make it and bring it to us.
What are you guys doing in the school to support them? We're told that you were impressed this morning towards this final.
Yes, we pray, and we prayed a lot, two consecutive times. And we are always watching, we are always keeping track of the time so that we can go and watch and see how they are doing. Like, even though they can't see us giving them the support, God is carrying it there to them. And He's giving them the courage that we are having here. He's giving it to them, He's supplying it to them there. So we know that they'll make it.
So can I get a school anthem of Adisado College?
Okay.
Adisado
on the hill, well primus cum primis, alma mater of great men, Santa Claus shines on. Adisco, great Adisco, we shall never be beaten. We shall always bear the palm. Adisco, 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 we shall never be beaten. We shall always bear the palm.
So these are static students from Adisado College already psyching themselves that the trophy is going to be here. They say that they are carrying the hopes and aspirations of all the schools from the central region. So from the hills of Adisado College, we hand over to Kadi in the studio.